Hello friends, in this video lecture I'll be going to explain you how to install Python. Now in my complete series of tutorial of Python, I have taken the Python under Windows and which is of 64-bit. So the complete tutorial practicals are explained on Python 64 of 64-bit. If you have a 32-bit machine, you can work on 32-bit also. There is no issue. So we can either install 64-bit or we can install 32-bit. That depends upon the machine configuration. But here I have taken Windows. If you have a Linux machine, you can even practice on Linux, or if you have a Mac machine, you can even practice on Mac. So let's start with the installation. So here I'll write Python downloads. Enter. It will give me a link of download Python from python.org. So I'll click on this. Now here you can see the latest version for Windows is Windows Python 3.8.3. Now here just below that, looking for Python with different OS. Now here if I click, I'll get all the versions of Windows. Here if I click, I'll get Linux. Here if I click, I'll get for Mac OS, and here for others. Now same thing is also available from this download. So here I have all releases with source code here, Windows, Mac OS and other platforms. Now here you can see it is Python 3.8.3 for Windows. Fine. Now let's see what happens when I click on Windows. So the moment I click on Windows, it will show me Python release for Windows. Now if I click on the Linux link, it will show Python release for Linux or Unix, and if I click on Mac OS, it will give me Python release for Mac OS. Now what it shows here is the latest release, that is 3.8.3, and latest release in Python 2 is 2.7.18. On this left hand side, it will show all the stable releases, whereas on this right hand side, it will show all the pre-releases. So you can see Python 3.9 is released in April 28, 2020. So Python 3.9 was released on April 28, 2020. It's not 1 month also. Now here you can see Windows help file, and this 3, that is Windows 64 embeddable zip, Windows 64 executable installer and Windows x86 64 web-based installer. These 3 are, you can say, 64-bit or for the 64-bit Windows OS, and this Windows x86 embeddable zip, x86 executable installer and x86 web-based installer. These 3 are for 32-bit. So if you have 64-bit machine, you can install this. If you have 32-bit machine, you can install this. But even on 64-bit machine, these 3 can be installed. Any one out of these 3 can be installed. So here I'll be installing with Windows x86 64 executable installer. Fine. So these were all the things which were available in Python for Windows option. Now let's go back and see downloading. So I'll click downloading. Till it downloads, see here it's downloaded started. Till it's downloaded, we go back to the Windows and we'll see what happens if I click on this. So the moment I click on this, it will go to Python 3.8.3. It was released on May 13, 2020. So this is the third maintenance release of Python 8. Now it will show major new features of Python 3.8 as compared to Python 3.7. So even it will show what are the new features which are available in latest version of Python, or I can say latest stable version of Python. Fine. My zip file, my installer file is being downloaded. Now let's go to the download folder. Fine, I am in the download folder, and now here you can see Python 3.8.3. Just double click on that. The moment you double click, it will start installing. So it says install now, and see here below, add Python 3.8 to path. Don't forget to check this. or else you have to add this path manually in the environment variables. So the moment you check this, it will be automatically added in environment variables. So here now I'll say click. Now where it will be installed? It will be installed in users, HP, app data, local, program files, Python 3832. So this is the installation. Now what I am installing is Python 3.8.3 32-bit version. Okay, so I'm installing here 32-bit version. You can take 64-bit also. So I'll just click this. So that 3832 means Python 3.8 and it's of 32-bit. So it will take some few seconds to install it. Fine, it will be installing all the files needed with this OS. Fine, so the setup is successful and it says special thanks to Mark Hammond, without whose years of freely shared Windows expertise, Python for Windows would be still Python for DOS. So it is a thanksgiving message. So my Python is installed. I'll close this and let's see what is the change in my programs. So here you can say Python GUI, Python module and Python command line. So let's see one by one what all these are. The moment I click on Python command line, see the shell has started, but the difference, it is 2.7.18. So if I just write Python, it will install version 2 if it is installed on my machine. So let's see once again. I'll go to command prompt. So this is one way to check with which Python version is installed. I'll just write Python here and enter. So it says 2.7.13. So this is from the command line. Just write exit to come back to the command line again, and here you write Python 3. So see now what happens, it is Python 3.8.3. so if you just write Python, it will run the interpreter of Python 2, and if you write Python 3, it will run the interpreter of Python 3. So here you can just write print hello world, and press enter. See, it is displaying hello world. Means my Python interpreter is working fine. We are in the shell of Python. So I'll just write exit. And here also I'll write exit so that my command prompt is closed. And now I'll click on Python GUI. So this is the interactive mode of Python. But now see, here it is. Again it is loading the GUI with Python 2.7.18. So this is the Python 2 version, and this is also called as interactive shell. We'll see why it is called as interactive shell or the GUI. But first I'll exit from here and I'll say close. Now on my machine, that's why by default 2.7 shell is working. Now let's see how to go to how to start Python 3. So let's scroll down and okay, fine, it is Python. So here what I'll do, I'll right click and say pin to start. So see, now it has available here. So I'll just click here. So this is Python 3.8.3 command line. Fine, this is command line. Now I'll write exit and say enter. So command line has stopped. And now again I'll come here, scroll down till I find Python 3.8, and here, see here it is written as Python idle. Now idle means it is integrated development learning environment. Now this is 32-bit, so I'll right click here and again say pin to start. So the moment I click here, now see the shell for Python 3.8, and here it is 32-bit. Fine. So I started. Now it says type help, copyright, credit or license for more information. So write help and see what happens. So what it says, type help for interactive. So you can say HELP help and see this. So it says welcome to Python 3.8 help utility. So I'll say Q here. Again it has came back to shell. So my Python 3.8 is working fine. So we have seen two ways. One is the command line and one is the interactive way. There is one more way where I can use GUI. So from here itself, I'll click on new file. So my new file is opened. Now I'll write a small program again as print hello world, and now I will save this first. So in my D drive I have a folder called as Python programs, so I'll save it over there. So and it is always better to keep programs in the separate folder and the software in the separate folder. So I'm going to Python programs and here I'll write demonstrate, enter. It will automatically give extension .py. Now I'll go to run and I'll say run the module. The moment I run the module, see here what you can see is hello world. So this is the another way to run the Python program. So the one way was I was writing the code in the shell itself. Here even you can see if I write print hello world and press enter, it shows me hello world. So this was the one using the shell. This is the another way using the GUI, and the third way is I can go to command prompt. So I am in the command prompt now. So I am in the command prompt. I'll go to D drive. I've changed my folder to Python programs because my programs are stored there. And here I'll write Python and write demonstration.py. So it gives me hello world. So even I can write Python 3 demonstration and it is giving me hello world. So in all the three ways my program is working. Here in the shell I have written the direct statement print hello world. The second was I have written here print hello world in the editor and I have saved that file and then executed. And the third one is going to command prompt, and now this is Windows command prompt, not Python's. Fine. Python command prompt has 3 greater than brackets or 3 greater than symbols. So now all the 3 ways are cleared. I hope. I'll just write exit here so that my command prompt is closed. So let's see what are the other features of this GUI. And we can go to file. It will create a file, open a file, open a module, and many more like normal editor. So this is to copy, cut, paste, find, and all edit options. In format, you have all the formatting options. In run, you can run the module. Fine. And see here, show code, context, configure, idle, and so on. So this is a complete integrated development environment where you can create a file, you can edit a file, you can format a file, you can execute a file, as well as debug the file. And in case if there is an error, it will show the errors also. Let's say I don't write this bracket. I'll save this program and I'll run this. Now see, it says unexpected end of file while parsing. Now, since I've told you Python is an interpreted language, till this statement is made correct or removed with all the errors, it won't go to the next line and even it won't interpret it. So I'll say okay. I'll come here and I'll put bracket. So see, that bar has gone. So that indicates where exactly the error is. And now I'll say run. Now see, while before running I have not saved the file. So it will say source must be saved. Okay to save. Okay, fine. So before interpreting or execution, I have to save the code. So even if I forget, my editor will not forget. So I'll say okay. And see here, you can see hello world. Now let's go to help and see what help says about idle. So it says idle, Python integrated development and learning environment. So it will say license, copyright, credits, readme, new, credits, and so on. So this was about the idle. So I hope all the different ways to use the editor and how to install the Python is clear to you. And now in my next video, I'll show you or explain you how I can use this editor or the Python editor like a simple calculator. Thank you.